course he removes the desktop because who needs it while you're setting up the stream. And this is the usual app for the chat dashboard, like this. Yes, it's going to work perfectly well. I can put it here. The important thing is that it doesn't stay in front of the game itself. Now I need a smaller image. And I made the all-time mistake of not opening the game before. But I think it should work. It's worked well for the last days. I'm going to play some more of the American Tech Trees. It seems to be working so well in the context of the stream. And maybe also again go back to the Jets. I even managed to earn some money on them this morning. That's kinda rare, as you very well know, if you play War Thunder. Okay, should start. There's nothing left to prepare. Bring down the wheel that we're not going to use, but in any case it's better in this position. Maybe the camera could be a bit lower. Looks fairly good indeed. It's loading, I hope. I sure hope it's not going to crash again. That would suck. No, okay, it's working. Why don't I see it in VR? No, okay, here it is. I'm a bit too worried for my own good. Also, I should save the new position I've devised for the chat, because it seems so much better. Wait a second, it was more to the right and to the bottom. Yeah, it covers less the action like this, and also I can read it better. So, save, I guess, should work. No, wait a minute, you have to save it from below. And now it's moved in a strange way. What did you do? I guess I'll do it some other time. Better not risk it now. So, like this it should work. And now, War Thunder is here. I played a bit alone in arcade, but didn't get to the unlocking of the P51, unfortunately. So I just have now to import the controls again. This is the settings file with the joystick. And where do we stand now? Well, it's going to take a little while. But now I also put in service the Lightning, well, the first version of it. You have to consider that everything in the American side of the game is completely new to me. I've always played the Russians to the almost bitter end. This is the map I wanted. I enjoyed it a lot. From the American side, you start on the carriers within this map. It's very cool. And, of course, completely new for a Russian player. It's also a lower tier battle, so we have to start with the Buffalo. But we don't care, because the Buffalo is actually a lot of fun to use. I mean the Bison. No, it's the Buffalo, okay. It is the Bison, in fact, since it's an American plane. Wait a second, why is the fuel so low? Go to put 1 hour of it, I guess. If it lets me do it. Why don't you make 1 hour. Universal ammo, everything's set correctly. Go from the carrier, yes, my man. That's what I want to do. And here it is. It looks so cool. I don't know. Maybe it's only new for me. But if you play mostly with the Russians, you never see this. And for what I have done with the American planes up to now, I never had started in simulation mode. Wait a second. When I clicked on the volume, I fired some ammo. Let's let it resupply. It will only take 16 seconds. And also you can look all around at this guy standing on the deck. It's fairly convincing in VR. You have a much more refined sense of scale. So it feels like you're actually there. It's very cool. And now it's resupply. Start the engine again and finally go without touching anything strange. Feels kind of strange. I play DCS also, you see, the modern fight simulator. So to start from a carrier like this, straight away, no catapult, nothing, you just accelerate and go. It's like a bush plane in Alaska, basically. Of course, these things had mad horsepower. They were extremely powerful for their size and weight. So it makes sense for them to be able to do this. And well, it actually doesn't make much tactical sense to start from the carrier, since we already have several airfields on the ground. But I guess it looks cool, so that's also important. There's something a bit... No, okay, now it seems center. It's like the scope thing on the Bison isn't in alignment. But actually, if I do align the iron sight, yeah, a little... I don't know if it shows up in monitor, but it's like you get some black on the scope itself, like you're out of alignment. It was a bit strange, this scope in VR, since they didn't actually test it thoroughly. But still it's usable. So let's head to the coast. To the coast, actually, this is Sicilia, I believe. Yeah, I see Catania. It's southern Italy, where the Americans actually came from to liberate the War Peninsula. So I guess we're playing an important part of my country's history. Also, mostly with bots. Probably there's a couple of players per team. 3 on ours, me included. It's going to change. It probably just started, and that's also the reason I couldn't field the stronger airplanes. What do we have here? Now overflying friendly territory, so predictably that's just the AI playing guarding the airfield. There's 2 of them as always. They go in couple, like the Italian military police that we call the carabinieri, and they always go in pair. That's a saying that we have in Italy. And so are AI planes in war tunnel, to the point that when you see 2 planes together, you already know it's the AI. It's very rare for them to be players. And the third one is usually what you have to watch out for. You might notice I now turned on the entire AI, UI, which is the user interface, in any case, there on the top left. So now it shows also my bullets remaining, which is a bit like cheating, I guess, but also very useful, and also everyone uses it, I guess. So we might as well do it. It's very convenient, so you know when it's opportune to go and resupply. We're also carrying the bombs, but there's no ground battle yet, because the entire mission has just begun. Therefore, I'll just head for what I see in the sky and hope it's an enemy. There's a lot of movement actually over there. I can accelerate much more in this than the higher rated Kitty. No, it was the Hawk. The Hawk P400 I was piloting this morning, because it cools much faster, and that's, I believe, a consequence of the radial engine it has. Meaning the pistons are in a star configuration, so as soon as you close the power, it starts cooling off very quickly. You don't have as much danger of overheating. That's correctly modeled in the War Thunder, by the way. It's very hard to break your engine in this game, like it happens all the time in Storm, but yet it can happen, so you feel a bit safer in this kind of plane. And it makes sense, really. Most inline aircrafts were mostly used in a type of mission where they could be easily maintained. They didn't go deep in enemy territory, that's what I mean. Also, that is the case with the much famous Spitfire. Fortunately, you see, when I look to the right, sometimes the head tracking moves strangely. It's probably because I have the valve index sensors mounted up high, and when I play these games I'm on this chair that is very low on the ground, so it tends to escape the sight of the sensor for some seconds once in a while, but still it's workable, doesn't cause any problem. What lake is that, by the way? Doesn't say. The one by Castellana, I guess. I'll have to go and check. Well, it should be a fairly small lake, but I'm not sure. This game has a strange sense of scale for what pertains to the actual environment. It's not always very realistic, in my opinion. Some cities appear to be small, and that's not the only thing. In any case, it's good where it counts, that is in the air. Let's see if I can aid myself in identifying that thing with the scope. Usually it tends to work really well. Yes, it's a bomb. Now I've seen it very clearly, but in fact I could see it even by eye. And indeed it's an enemy plane. I guess looks a bit like a Stuka, but it's strangely colored. Probably it's the Italian version. The Jew. Not sure about it. Now he's shooting at me, that's predictable. Let's try and punish him for his arrogance. Now, shooting in VR with the iron sight isn't the easiest thing in the world, because you actually have to align to the sight. It's not like the reflex where you're always aligned. And these things are very hard to bring down. Yeah, it's a job. I broke the wheel. And it still doesn't fall. You usually can destroy them more easily with this plane's gun. But I think it's going down nonetheless. Yeah, indeed it is. And how are we in the bullets department? Pretty good. I still have 897 rounds of ammo. And also my bombs. But there is no need to drop them on. No enemy whatsoever in the ground. In any case, we're capturing the objective, and that's what's so good, I guess. And of course, I'll have to keep an eye in case someone else shows up. But AI players aren't very aggressive. As long as people don't join the other team, I believe I should be safe if I don't go right above their bases or something such. So let's just fly in circles like a vulture of sorts, while the bar fills itself and we capture finally the square. It's all a war of squares. What are these? What are these? Well, they're much higher than me. No, that's a friendly airfield, so they're probably also AI planes. You see, they're in twin configuration like the Carabinieri. No danger on the horizon. There's something there. But when you're looking at the scope from the side, it looks so long that you think it magnifies like 10 times. In fact, unfortunately, it's not like that. Probably no more than 3 or 4 times. That's another little unrealistic aspect. Or maybe it was really like this in the plane. I don't know why they would make it so long then. There's a guy flying the exact plane as me on our team. We also have a Spitfire, a couple of Wellingtons. These are bombers. Yeah, indeed. It also says so in the player list. But they're not real players, mind you. Also bots. Guy with the same plane as me isn't carrying any bomb though. I always try to carry the bombs. You never know if you need it. Hey Nix, I was waiting for you. I'm having dinner while watching you play. Yeah, I know. It's dinner time for you at this time of the day. So I guess when you get to actually playing, it must be night. I see you tend to play when we're about 7 p.m. around here in Italy, so I guess it must be night at your place. After an entire day of work, it takes willpower, let me tell you. But you don't seem to lack any. We already got our favorite kind of target. I brought down a Stuka, the one that goes Stuka. What do we have here? Oh, that's a spam message. Is it sent those? So many years ago in fact, someone managed to steal an old password of mine that I no longer use it on any service, and since then they constantly spam my webmail telling me, we know your password, except that password is no longer in use on anything, and they tend to threaten me in many strange ways, but that's something that many people experience, I believe. It tends to be inherent in the way internet works. What do we have here? In any case, we pay them no mind and just pass and move on, like the famous Italian poet Dante said in his Divine Comedy. It's not much of a comedy. Quite dramatic, in fact. I almost ran into the the plane that is exact same as mine, passed right below me. Also was emitting some kind of blue smoke, I guess, to appear cuter to the enemy. I wonder if that's a feature you actually pay for in this game. It would be money well spent, I guess. And it's probably not this one, because it's not smoking. Mr. Pasteur. And now, less than a fourth left to capture. I know it's a bit boring to fly in circles, but it makes much sense for me to help and capture the objective at this point. Also, I have a strange feeling I could land immediately after a resupply, but I guess it would make for a more interesting stream if I keep moving. At least I still have almost 900 rounds. These are the guarding AIs, no problems in that direction. It's probably the map I like the most these days, ever since I started playing the American side. It's a very historically correct and interesting scenario. Okay, this is captured, so I guess we might as well start moving towards the enemy territory. No, someone is using the PC in Nix, you cannot tell me that. That's really a shame. It would have been the perfect opportunity to finally go in the skies together again. And I guess duty comes first. If the PC is needed, it's needed. Now overflying the lake of no name, mysterious lake in Sicily. Might even go and check it out in Google Maps to see if it's topographically correct. Nothing interesting. Destroy the enemy surveillance aircraft before, well, it's very far from here. Before, it's like 3 squares away. I guess I might head the other way. There is someone that clicked there on the map, and presumably there is an enemy above Francofonte. No, I'm joking because you didn't listen to the first part, of course. I don't know the name, that's just a joke referring to that, and it's not written on the map. I only know it's close to the city of Canentini, apparently. They could have written it. I mean, you cannot leave us like this. We don't know the name of the lake. Now, if I send someone, yeah, we call that lake the Lake of Death. You know, I also just quoted the famous Italian poet Dante that wrote so much about hell, paradise, and the like. So I guess that's oddly appropriate. Here's another Stuka. We love the Stukas, but he stole my kill. I can still fire a bit to the Stuka just to enjoy the feeling of it. I also wasted some ammo. But when you see a Stuka, you have to fire the Stuka. It's kind of warranted, I guess. Pasteur. You're too good for our own good. Stealing our kills left and right. We call the lake. So I guess this is the river Styx. The river of forgetfulness. Drinking was water, you completely forget the deeds of your life. I'm slightly damaging the engine department, by the way. What a strange idea from a certain point of view. When you think about the afterlife, the first thing you have to do is forgetting what you did in life. So I guess that's hell for you. You don't even will know for what you are being punished. It's a cruel fate indeed. I might as well land. I mean, there's nothing happening. Now wait a second. No, I better land. I'm so well aligned. Maybe I'll also spawn in a faster plane. So we can go with a full ammo. Also, I'd better go away from the lake of death. What's that? Is that... No, it's a friend, okay. I was getting a little angry. How dare you come above the airfield? And touchdown. It's so easy to land with these planes compared with the Era 5. When you land with the Era 5 jet, it's always almost always 50-50. Whether you crash or can live to see another day. Well, I guess I haven't yet tried to land on the carrier, and I wonder if you can do it in this game. I don't know much about carrier operations in World War II. The actual dynamics of them, like if you had to catch a cable or something like that. Imagine it is like that. 19 seconds to VR. Let me see the name of the lake in the meantime. And Google Maps should work, I guess. So let's look for the city of Francone, Sicilia. No, that's just Sicily in general. But we should be on the right coast. No, I guess it will take too long. Now the plane is also run. But I'll keep it there. If we have some dead times in the stream, I'll go and check it out. In the meantime, let me spawn in a better plane. And I also just unlocked this. This is something I've been dying to try. Me coming from the Soviet planes. It's such a strange design and very distinctive. Let's go for a flight on the P-38. Now probably Nix is going to tell us everything about the technical capabilities of this thing. But I mean, it's so strange to look at. And in VR it's even stranger. You feel in the middle, in the thick of it. Where is the sound? I would have thought the engines to sound more noisy. And this always reminds me of the older NES games. They shoot 'em ups with a top-down view. I mean, if you're going to show a plane from a top-down view, what's better than this? It looks like a catamaran. I don't know if we say catamaran. We say catamarano in Italian. Well, the sound of the engines is a bit disappointing, let me tell you. But it seems to be a very fast plane, at least from what I've tried of it in arcade mode. I know you will probably know a lot more than me about this plane. But I'll soon understand it, or so I hope. Okay, of course we have two engines that can overheat, so I also have to keep a look on that. It looks like this kind of rock formation. I don't know the English name for it. We call them faraglioni, and there are actually some that are very famous in Sicily. I guess it's them. Let's see the name of the town. Aci Castello. Never been there personally, but I think it's possible. The wing edge is fragile, so you mean when I do very tight maneuvering, I can risk breaking it, I guess. We'll have to keep it in mind. Destroy the bombers in F4. In F4, I would try and go get us a bomber. After all, this is a big twin engine, the heavy fighter. I guess it's kind of the ideal machine for bomber hunting. But I don't see them, strangely enough. B? No, F4. Well, it's pretty far. In fact, even perhaps too far. Let's check something. Can stand with negative G, so I better not dive. This is what you... Look at the controls of it. It's got an actual wheel. That looks like a wheel. It's like the one I have here, that now I hadn't locked correctly in place. This city is modeled pretty well. This one is a city that I like. The way, the size of it. Very detailed. This actually rivals the ones in Sturmwick. I believe this must be a newer map, more recent. And that's supposed to be Catania itself, okay. What's the speed? Well, it's not that fast, I guess. It's the first version of the lighting, so not much of a lighting. It's just a light, I guess. And There's a ground bundle here. Unfortunately, we don't have any bomb now. I guess you'll have to be patient. This is the opening parts of the mission. And let's go higher. I see some stuff over there. Now sort of in the middle between the friendly and enemy territory. Two planes so close to the airfield, they're probably friendly. My god, this thing is slow. Well, compared to what I expected in any case, maybe not as slow as the Hawk, but still pretty slow. But here is the enemy. Well, I'm getting used to the jets now, so it tends to come with the territory whenever you go lower. Now let's be careful to the negative G. That's a friendly chase by an enemy, okay. I'll be careful, but not too careful, I guess. You won't be able to survive long. Now closing the throttle. Trying to be easy with the controls, I don't want to risk breaking the wings. He doesn't seem to know I'm here. Not at all. It's a bit far to start shooting actually, but now he's slowed down because he's chasing a guy that's landing. Leave him be, man. What a pesky behavior. It stands to be punished. And let's see how this thing turns. Well, for being so big, I would say not bad. Unfortunately, perhaps not good enough for this guy. That's the usual German nimble plane. It always seems to get the best of me. I did damage him, mind you. In fact, he's there. Probably also having problems at the moment. Because otherwise, why would he fly like that? But I don't think I can out-turn him in this bulking huge thing. It seemed so agile in the old NES video games. And it made all these loops. I'm also receiving some help, that's very, very appreciated. And also some help that actually resolved the situation, because they crashed into one another, so I guess I was saved by one guy sacrificing himself in my place. So thank you, unknown guy, for what you did, and then sorry for your loss. And leaking oil from both engines, I don't know how that could happen. Good thing I'm right behind the airfield, and I guess I'll also take off in something different, because this thing doesn't seem very wieldy. Doesn't seem very wieldy, which is the opposite of unwieldy. And exactly what it is. Probably the fame of the lightning comes from the later models. This performs exactly like you would expect such a hunk of metal to do. I wonder how he managed to hit both engines, yet not kill me, since I'm right in the middle of the engines themselves. But that's also better for us. Also allowed to be careful during landing, because this thing is so wide. Better keep to the right now, since the A20 seems to be... I don't know what he's doing, because it's definitely not taking off. And now I also managed to break the plane while landing. Well, not break completely. I think I broke it in half. Will I get a death on this? Let's see what it says. Judging by the sound, you would think so. And yet it's repairing, so... not all is lost. Now it's playing the sound of me dying again and again, despite the fact that I haven't died. This gets stranger by the minute. I think I won't be flying this thing again very soon. It's a strange experience, I tell you. I also now starting to do the same thing, so I don't get nauseated by it. And finally, it's back to business. But we're also back to business of getting a better plane off the ground. Good thing I didn't die in it, I guess. Just the A20 again. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. At this point, I guess we'll go with the Hawk. Or maybe the Warhawk. No, the Hawk is better rated. How's the fuel? Okay, the ammo is the good one. This one's a bit strange the first time you get into it. It's such a big cockpit when you see it in VR. It feels like you're in a much heftier plane, but actually, in truth, it turns extremely well. It's just a bit slow. Maybe not even as slow after supposedly fast lightning that was so slow in the end. But didn't seem to have any really excessive quality. I mean, maybe it will have to be upgraded first. Unfortunately, all the objectives seem to be on the exact opposite side of the map, but still it seems the enemy comes around here. Look at the little details also in this map, all the buildings that you see even outside the cities. That's a small bunker, I believe. Two of them, well, these hangars look a bit strange, if they are indeed hangars. In any case, they seem to be half in the ground. But still, I appreciate the sentiment. There's a lot of them. A lot of 3D buildings all around. See, that's a strange thing I never understood. But why? Why when you're playing a civilian flight simulator, the very moment you add some 3D scenery, performance goes completely out of the window? While in these kind of simulations of the military kind, you can have much more detailed terrain without any sort of problem. Okay, of course the map is more limited in scope, and yet it seems unreasonable. I'm sure it will be solved in the new flight simulator that's coming out, because otherwise you'd never be able to have the kind of graphics they've shown up to now. Probably also when we finally start to see a wider use of the Vulkan libraries, it's going to change. Because you see, when you play direct 3D games, in the end you're only utilizing part of your CPU power, and CPU is very important in VR. Many people tend to disregard it when upgrading their PCs and get the best graphic card, then spend less on the processor, but the processor matters. And I can vouch for that. When I upgraded the PC originally, before buying the Index, I actually... wait a second, I'll finish the phrase. I actually upgraded the CPU first, and it made a huge difference. Then I upgraded the graphics card and maybe didn't even make as much. Are you interested to join an SB squadron? I'm Commander Chess, Sky Hunter, Elite Squadron, the Red Baron of Energy. Well, Carl, thank you for your offer. It's very kind. I'd like to look into that. I cannot say yes for the moment, because I'll have to see to consider from many points of view. I've never played much with other people. I'm mostly a lone wolf. Now that I started streaming, it could make for an interesting experience, I guess. I'll check your Discord in any case, that's certain. And thank you for your kind offer. Thank you, Nix. I know I can always count on you. Follow this man's channel, by the way. Nix also plays War Thunder and plays it exceptionally well. He's always been here offering technical tips and whatnot, and he's a great support for me. I saw some of his videos. He's especially versed in the usage of American planes such as this. So you already know each other. I guess it's a more tightly knit community that I thought, the one of War Thunder. What might that thing be? Let's play the game of Axis or Allies. Axis or Allies? No, I like the scope from the Bison. No, the Buffalo. Why do I keep calling it the Bison? I'm too much of an animal lover. Okay, I guess we now know it's an enemy, since it's shooting at me. And apparently very exposed. No, it's not an enemy. It's just a guy that is a bit twitchy with his trigger finger. Okay, never mind that. It's a fairly big map in any case. You end up flying for a lot of time without anything happening. This tempts me to go and play faster planes, actually. He flies the Focke-Wulf. I love that plane, it's turmeric. You see, I don't have many German planes unlocked in War Thunder yet. This might change because I've discovered playing the lower tiers is sometimes a lot of fun, especially in simulation. you also a streamer, Kart, by the way? I'd love to follow your channel if so. Maybe I'll check it out later. A bit of a slow match also. Let's move towards the objective. But you see, the main problem is that every objective seems to be positioned on the bottom of the map now. Here comes the lake of no name. Wait, what is that? That's close. Increase the power. Seems pretty enemy-like. Ah, it was coming from the front. Strange firing pattern for me. That's the typical German bomber. Look at it, so proud. Yet so vulnerable, even despite himself. Now the jet is gone, and we're chasing the bomber, I guess. It's going to be a bit hard in this team, because it isn't the fastest plane. Yeah, now someone's telling us to actually attack the ground troops right on our path. I hope the bomber is going to attack the friendly ones, so he will expose himself. Now I have a bit of a dilemma, because this plane having... it's an Italian bomb. By the way, Jarlock joining She's will get you some extra combat skill. Italian bomber, yeah. It's the 3-engined one, right. I even have this. I unlocked some of these. Well, they seem to be pretty crappy when I pilot them, so I guess it shouldn't be too hard of a fight. Also, the firing arc of the rear gun turret isn't the best. Look at the radiator, how it's open. I guess the plane is trying to keep itself cool. It's got a mind of its own, this plane. Okay. I don't think he can do much to cover himself at this point. Yeah, these aren't the best bombers, I tell you. I actually hate flying those. Took a while to unlock and never used them. They cannot do almost nothing when they're under attack. Also, the objective of destroying the bomber is completed. Was he one of the bomber? I didn't read if it was a player. Usually when I see one alone like that, I think it's a player, but I guess always a possibility. Yes, the lake of death. Now you really feel the death emanating from it when you overfly it like this, and it fills your wheel. Okay, Nix, you always come back when you say so. So I trust you will indeed be right back. It's bigger than it looked. It's really big, actually. I had mistaken it for a smaller lake. Doesn't seem to have any affluent. The river passes by, but it's alone, yeah, so it's probably a volcanic kind of lake. Like a crater that filled with water throughout its age. We have many of these in Italy. Italy is a very geologically active country, but maybe you will know already. We do have our fair share of earthquakes. Even recently, in fact, it's been in the news. It's kind of a lingering fear you always have living in this kind of country. Sometimes I've experienced it even firsthand. I can tell you, you really remember it well when the ground starts shaking. It's terrible. Here you are. Here comes the guy that wants to fight head on, like medieval knights, I guess. He must be German. There's no other possibility. It's a bit green for being a German plane, actually. There's a few green Italian planes, if I'm not mistaken. Now he's going for a very tight corkscrew maneuver. But it's very German shaped. Now, of course, I know I'll have the identification coming in the chat window very soon. If, that is, I would be able to read it. And let's lower the flaps one notch. Lest I get screamed at by Nix. I want to avoid that for as far as possible. Oh, I hit him. And now he's leaking. No. 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 But it's going nowhere, I guess. You see how opening the flats make a difference. This is all thanks to Nix. I never lowered my flats initially, you see, because you don't have a combat position in Soviet flats. Well, at least not in the planes that I flew. Come on. Now he's getting my canopy all dirty. How dare you? Almost. Almost again. Come on. I believe he's going down. No, not yet. What a daredevil pilot. Now I'll raise the flats again. I believe I can accelerate better like this. Let's hope he doesn't get the kill in the end. That would suck. I'm the one who made him, damaged him in the first time. And now he's also much faster than you think. But he's having problems. I bet he is. He's flying in a strange way, also not gaining altitude again. Now this sucks, because in a prolonged chase I don't think I can go after him that long. This plane, as I said, overheats very easily. But he's also damaged. I don't believe it overheats more easy than a damaged plane. 224 degrees at the moment. I can see the smoke, but not him. Okay, it's like following the blue trail, really, at this point. I feel like a hunter. Where are we heading, by the way? Ah, right to this base. I guess he's almost safe. Well, he will have to slow down before landing. So that will be my chance, I guess. Now, the big problem here being that the anti-air artillery completely wrecks you at this stage of the war. So it's indeed a dangerous proposition to go after him like this. You see how it is. You see how it is. This sucker saved his butt at this very moment. Now I cannot go after him anymore. And also now, it's even worse, because the artillery actually shot me down, and I guess he's laughing his ass off at the moment, and it's much deserved to me. Okay, let's go to the courser. Now I upgraded it a bit more, but I'll start from the ground. Actually, it doesn't make much sense to take off from the carrier. Stooping every enemy at the Lake of Death. Now I want to know the real name of this lake. Wait a second. Let me check it out. If I could find my cursor. I cannot find my cursor. Where is the cursor? Ah, here it is. So we're close to Catania. Now I'll tell you the name of the Lake of Death. So I hope. Should be this one, I believe. It's the only lake near Catania. And it has no name even on Google Maps, can you believe it? Salinelle di San Biagio. Boo. So the geography lesson's over, I guess. Let's go back to the game. Apparently it's the Salinelle di San Biagio. Seems strange, no, that's a fairly big lake. Also see someone taking off on a hurricane. Is he using the same kind of flag I saw this morning on another plane? Now, of course, I also moved the chat window in a way that no longer works well, because I had to show off and go to Google Maps. It's the last time I'm doing it. It's just a nickname. It's not actually the actual name. Yeah, I know, I wanted to see the name of the lake. I was speaking about that earlier, but now it seems kinda difficult to open Google Maps and check it out. Probably do it eventually. between one sortie and the other, but didn't want to bore people with the wait. Now, let's head towards the objective. Ah, really? You mean me, not Nix, right? Come and join. Do join me. It will be fun, I guess, to fly into. But can you join the ongoing mission, or do we have to start another? Tell me also that. Sounds good to me in either case. Probably make for a more interesting stream. Okay, now this is correct. We're playing between rank 2 and 3, I believe. I don't know about the mission. We can play any rank, really, as long as you're okay to playing with Soviet planes, because these are the ones I unlocked the most. For these planes I'm still behind. I only have rank 2 at the moment of the Americans. I also have some planes of the Italian nation, but not many. I think I'm about near the end of rank 3 with the Italians. Only fighters though. No, and also some bombers, but less advanced. So, you tell me. If you want to, we can also... You will not die with me. That's a tough call, because it depends on how well I do in this play. So it could be my fault in the end. Ah, good. Nice. Thank you, Nix, for telling me. I guess you guys have more experience than me in this. As I told you, I always play alone. I tend to play alone. I'm a lone wolf like that. Of course. Let's open Discord for that. I agree. But wait a second, now I've got my hands full because I'm in the air. That will take a little more. As soon as I'm in a safe situation, I guess I'll open Discord. How are we going to organize that? Are you going to send me a link? That would be the fastest way, I believe. I can start by opening Discord now. Wait, I'll trim the plane. Like this. I'm also named Zarlock on Discord, by the way, I don't know if it helps. And we can now go and open Discord. Here it is. Good Windows, you already know what I want to do. Shell Squadron, bro. I'll teach you everything. 07. Let's do it, man. I always enjoy some good teaching. What's he doing? Updating Discord. That took away the priority from the window, and that's extremely bad. Because I'm currently going towards the ground. Okay, we fix it. Join Chess Squadron, bro. I'll teach you everything. Okay, I'll try and join it. Well, as soon as I can, in any case. Now let me see where we are standing. I'm above the objective, and apparently there is the enemy here. So let's bring back our attention to the game 1 minute, and I'll go and do the Discord team. Okay, thank you. That's the hurricane from before. So I guess this could be our enemy. Another friendly. Well, Discord's running now. I'll try and join as soon as possible. Strange, we aren't capturing apparently, but someone's capturing my butt. The other guy is covering me. The combat in the Corsair is a bit strange. This is also an heavy plane. And one that climbs very well, so you tend to try to employ techniques that put you above the enemy, and then take a dive for him. Well, we're 3-on-1, I guess. Shouldn't be unwinnable. And that's the foe, I believe. You see how it climbs. We're going slow, and yet we're still climbing. No, that's the Russian guy from before. Well, I guess he's Russian by the name. Also it's got RU at the end, so that's a dead giveaway, I believe. A bit overreading at the moment. That's a hurricane. Good, because if it was the enemy coming from that angle, I'd be as good as finished. Let's see if it's him. I count 3 planes, so one of these is certainly the enemy. Well, I would think that is possibly the guy that shot me, but it seems strange for him to be abandoning the zone like this. Unless, of course, he's got scared because we had the numbers. Well, that's so suck at this point not to capture. So I'll stay in the square. I cannot be sure that's indeed the enemy, after all. Trim it again so I can look at Discord for a second, because there seems to be no action going on. But never mind what I said. No, okay. Looks like I can do it safely. It's very stable, the cursor, look. Hands off. Or maybe a bit more trim to the right and down. No? This should work. Let's try and get the channel is sent me. If I can find the blaster cursor. She's squadron. Like this. What's going on in the game? I only see clouds now. Unless I got into a cloud. Well, even safer. And going to Discord. Dove vorresti andare? She's squadron. Non trovi questo canale. I don't know how it works. I guess you'll have to send me a link. Cart, I don't know how to join your channel. At least it isn't something I can solve while in the air. Okay. We're still in the zone, aren't we? Yes. Yao Ling. Look at the Chinese guy with the P40E. But are we really capturing the zone? Now I'm kinda conflicted about it. Because I don't see the bar going up. Okay, completed, so I guess I should have got some points on it. We're at 2 kills, 2700, well, it's not bad. It's been mostly boring up to now, I'm sorry about it. This morning we had an even more eventful scene, well, yesterday much better, but also this morning. Now, seems to be an half-empty sky. Unless, finally, but this is probably the friend from before. Better check it. Yeah, usual hurricane. I've seen this guy. I passed over him about 10 times now. I wish I knew the geography of Sicily a bit better to understand the name of the lake. Yeah, I opened it. It's open. It's actually ready, but I tried looking for your channel and couldn't do it. Usually the way I do it is they send me a link where I'm supposed to input the name of the channel. I'll show you for briefly 1 second. Now stabilizing the plane again. Wait a second. And okay, this is my Discord. I was trying to write the name of channel like this, but it doesn't work. So what else could I do? Ah, maybe from here. No. Send the link to the room. Card. Yeah, it's right, card. Send us the link to the room. I'm fighting a battle now. I cannot tinker with these anachronisms. I'm just updating the game. Ah, okay. Now, if you haven't played for a while, you could have a bad surprise. Here's the enemy. Do you know they're now employing an anti-chat software that apparently is giving a lot of people an headache? Because if you haven't started the game recently, there is actually a risk that it starts crashing on you, like it did for me for a time. Yeah, I know. I'll wait for it. And here it comes. That's a Maki, isn't it? I see a brown plane where we have the Italians. I always think it's a Maki, the MC202. It's a fairly able plane, similar to the BF. And I guess mine is faster, yet I don't know about the turning capabilities. I guess we'll know soon enough. It would be really enjoyable to send him for a little swim in the lake of death, as we baptized it henceforth and forevermore. Look at him turning. Yeah, it turns well. The link is above. Okay, I look at the link. Wait a second, I got my hands a little bit full at the moment because of the pesky Italian pilot that wants me to go in the lake of death instead of how it should be, that is him going in the lake of death. I'll click the link as soon as possible. And now, well, it turns better. There's really not two ways about it. And now it's so slow I actually can't control well the plane. Let's try and get some speed. We seem to have the opportunity now of doing it. But he's also got more energy than me. And that's very bad in this situation, because here he comes from behind. No, it doesn't look good. Let's try to surprise him at this point. I guess it's the final chance I have. Now, flaps open, pull, and no, I cannot pull it off. He's still behind. I'm going to die very soon. Still there. Wait a minute. He got confused. That would be a great kill. Come on, no. He slipped away. If only, so close. And now the tides are reversed. Well, not quite yet. What a duel, guys. I guess I could be happy even if I lose it at this point. Looked fairly cool, but I best win it. Not this. Okay, I recover. The flaps is down, Nix, before you ask. No, I'm sorry, the other guy is waiting for me, but he apparently sent the link just as the duel began. And what a duel. Did I get him? It's so close to getting him. No? Look at the power of the Macchi, wonderful Italian technology. I still have a lot of ammo. I should shoot more. I'm a bit too cheap with my ammo because the Russian planes seem to carry so little, but it's completely the other way around with the American ones. Why am I going so slow? Maybe it's the flats, no, I erased them. This is the longest duel I ever experienced at this rank. It's almost like tier 5. Don't tell me he's going to slip away again, but is everyone faster than me in this match? I can scarcely believe it. I'm also risking to overheat the engine, by the way. He's doing all these little loop-de-loops, almost seems to be making fun of me, and yet he's also moving faster, apparently. Is this really the weak point of American planes? Are they always slower? Ah, and here come the reinforcement. No, this sucks. It's also trailing so smoke, I now noticed. So it's probably a bit damaged. I guess I'll go for a long-range shot or two. Now I hit him again. And I think he's dead. He's dead. He was Bulawayoas in a Maki's 202. Okay, I'm going to click the link, but wait a second, I'm still in the middle of the action. And there's the guy that came for reinforcement to the other one. Was a fairly cool duel, come on. Oh, the Hurricane is going after the bomber. And he's got him, unfortunately. Well, no, good for the game, I mean, but I would have liked to destroy him myself. Where are we heading? Towards the ground battle, I guess. Now I'll click the link. As soon as I stabilize the plane. I'm hoping I don't pay it there. Destroy the enemy attackers in E2. E2. Let's point the plane at E2. Thank you, Nix. Yeah, it looked fairly cool, really. I don't know what he was doing in the end, why he went and did all this corkscrew that ultimately led to its downfall. He could have easily slipped away if he flew straight. Okay, let's put this link in Discord. I guess I can put it straight to Discord. And I no longer see the link. Everything's crawling in the wrong way. Wait a second, I better do it from here. More control. Yes, the link is above. Thank you for putting sort of a sign indicating towards the link, but it's not scrolling. This sucker isn't scrolling. Why must you hate me so? The link is above. Here's the link. Now the plane is slowly drifting towards the ground. No, what are you doing? No, it's not falling. The plane is not falling, but the chat windows is gone, Harry. What a strange thing to do while flying in a World War II plane. And where do I put this blasted link now? This is another question I like to ask. To the Discord developers. Like this. I guess I put it in Internet Explorer. What do we have to do with the link? Discord. It seems to be mostly okay. Up Discord Aviola, yeah, I know. Put the link. But I need it here. Here it is. Join the channel of Cart. Join? Join? Here I am. So, Cart, where do I go from here? Wait a second, I'll check the war situation for a minute. Now I'm flying towards Nottingham. Destroy the enemy attackers in D3. It must be close. Here they are. Wait a second, I want to intercept these things. What is your in-game name? I'm finding your match. I'm named Abakuk. Here you see it. Abakuk. I know it's strange. Zalok was taken. I actually played with the Zalok from War Thunder. He's a user of Reddit. And also shares my name. Yeah, I connected and now I'm in the room. I'm in the room but not yet in the part of it where I can listen to Cart. I'll as soon as possible do it. But I want to bag me and intercept a ground attack plane or two, since I still have a lot of ammo. Well, it's a bit dangerous coming from the side like this. Wait a minute. What the heck are those? There's so many of them. I might have messed up a little. So the name's Habakkuk. Yeah, thank you. There's also another friend attacking the bombers at the moment. Starting to like the Corsair, must tell you. It's fast enough, it's powerful enough. Never ends his ammo, apparently. I mean, you never run out of ammo. But now I'm doing something that I probably regret. And yet, what can you do? I see the bomber, I shoot the bomber, the bomber shoots me, and I have the worst. Why did I charge right in the middle of them? Okay. So, we can do the Discord thing, I believe, at this point. Well. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi. This is a surprising voice I hear. Hi.
It's my little brother.
Yeah, I guess as much. Okay.
Okay.
That would have
I'm
been.
just
How is it? Okay, I'm ready.
Nice meeting you.
And
Okay.
you too. Thank you for joining. It's a pleasure having you in the stream. So, where are you taking off from? Are you already in the game?
I'm going to join your room. I'm just looking for my controls.
Okay. Okay.
I found it now.
Perfect. I think I'll take off in another one of the lighter fire. That's probably the P-36. Although I must say the Corsair proved enjoyable. Okay, so now it's loading, I believe. I mean on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I think I start taking off from the airfield in E5, the one right by the coast. In any case, we can join easily as soon as you're in the air, so it will remain more interesting for the watchers. I'll wait for you above the airfield. E5. Also now I have to protect a convoy that is exactly in E5. That's good. I bet that he surprised you. Like what the hell? Imagine that. Imagine that. On the internet no one knows if you're a little kid. You could be the best ace of War Thunder. And also extremely young. Who would know? Ah, we have an objective exactly in the square where I took off. An air objective. So I guess we will also soon enjoy some reinforcements. I no longer hear him, I must tell you, but I believe he still hears me. Yes, because I'm in the channel. Okay.
I'm joining your room now.
Perfect. Thank you.
I found your room.
Nice to hear. So
I have these specific controls. This is the control I use when I join duels.
I see.
Yes.
So do you play with mouse or keyboard or with the joystick like me? Just
Before, when I was Nick's student, he teach me how to fly using mouse, and I spent 1 year flying using mouse and got 112 aerial kills in it in
Wow.
APF 109 F4.
That's how it's on.
So I improved a bit in his controls, and now it's smoother. I only use my mouse controls when I'm lazy to hold my joystick the entire time.
I see, so you do have the joystick, but you still enjoy the other
Yes.
one. I'm also like that.
I'm going to use joystick now. I'm more comfortable with the joystick.
Well, yes, for simulation mode it's probably better. So what joystick do you have, just to keep the conversation going? I mean?
I'm using the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro because it's affordable but reliable, and it's also durable.
Yeah, that's the good thing with Logitech products. You also enjoy many products from Logitech. And I think I'm seeing an enemy. Indeed I am. Here you are. Very exposed at the moment.
Airfield 3. Going to spawn at Airfield 3. I'm using a
Okay.
P40.
Okay. I'm currently firing on a
Minimum
German
fuel
right above
load.
the airfield. That is apparently giving me the sleep.
Airfield 3.
Okay.
Alright.
Where did he go? Where did you go? Receiving some help at the moment. Did you? He crashed. Okay, I got the kill. Nice, I killed some boy vol in his BF 109. Okay, so you said you spawned in F3. It's the one in E3, I hope. I actually couldn't answer you well because I was in a dogfight when you spoke to me. No, E5, I mean. I'm currently in E5.
I'm near the A point.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's the right one. I'll head towards the airfield so I can see you, I believe, while you take off. That is unless you're already in the air.
I'm taking off.
I see one plane that has already taken off, so that's not you. Okay, I see you on the runway. And I believe you also see me coming towards you. Here it is. Let's enjoy some formation flight at this point. You're also a combat master 4x4. I've never seen that title. How do you get the title 4x4?
I compete in aerial sim tournaments.
Ah, awesome.
Yes, I'm a tournament player.
I see. Well, I'm not that much of a pro myself. I just came to this game because it's one of the cooler things you can play in VR, and I can assure you it is. So
Yes, it's a good plane.
I'm sure I'm going to benefit from your assistance. I'm going to follow you. Now I'm to your right.
Okay. Let's get a bit of altitude. Like 2,500 meters.
Okay, I'll follow.
Yeah. The only good pilot there is Willy von Hankow. Okay.
Yes, it's got some kills, I see. I can't wait to unlock the P40 myself. Looks like a fairly strong plane.
Actually, I don't like the P40. I just got the wrong plane.
No, you selected the wrong one. No, I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Oh no.
What are you doing?
Damn.
What are you doing? You're going
My
to the
game lags.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh damn.
That's not a well. Good thing I didn't follow you right to the ground.
Sorry, buddy.
No, don't worry. It happens. It lagged. Besides, it's not your fault. If it lagged, it lagged. Nix, we could be a wing of three. Can you imagine? It's too bad. It says he cannot join. It says his PC is currently occupied. So, do you know each other in real life? You seem to know very well each other.
He's from Malaysia. I'm from Philippines.
Ah, so no.
We met in a. He's streaming.
I see.
SP.
So it's the same situation as me. He also came to me while I was streaming. He's very passionate about this game, to say the least. He knows a lot of things also.
Okay.
I wish more people in the community were like him. I have
For
the
some reason,
never
my
mind.
controls got reset.
I'm sorry to hear.
It's in default mode. Damn.
You should save the bin. I have the file also break it up because I tend to lose it sometimes. I also play in both ways. Oh, I'm overheating the engine. Yeah, of course you're right, Nix. I was wrong. It's telling me I already have the P40. It's true. I was thinking of the Mustang. What's the number of the Mustang? I'm so bad with the American planes numbers. I'm still new to this world, you see. The Mustang is, I guess, the P51, maybe, but I better not say it. I'm surely getting it wrong. I'll also fly the Mustang tomorrow, I believe, in any case, because if I don't unlock it here, I'll probably fire up another round of Sturm. I'd like to play it some more. I don't know if you played Cartoon. You know Sturmovik, the other big simulation game from World War II planes.
Yes, the IL-2.
You
IL-2
play it?
Sturmovik.
You have it?
No.
Ah, no.
The only game I play is War Thunder and DCS.
Ah, you play DCS. That's cool. I also play DCS.
Actually, I recently started it. December 2,
I
yeah.
see.
And
So,
the sale?
what bundles did you buy? What do you have in DCS?
My dream fighter jet is a F5E Tiger 2. So yeah,
Tiger 2?
the only plane, the only plane I will fly in DCS is the F5 Tiger 2. I want to master that plane. It's a good plane, very good. It's outdated, but it can fight.
Ah, yeah, it's not one of the newer ones. That's why I couldn't place it. Is it the Phantom? No, it's not the Phantom. From that age, I believe.
Oh, here we go.
You're taking
It's
off?
back. Yeah, it's back on my dual controls now.
Good.
Damn, I missed this setup.
Well, we could fly together in principle. I have some older planes in DCS. Let me think. I have. I bought the first module I bought actually is the Flaming Cliffs 3-1. Costs little and gives you a lot of back for
Lots
your
of
money.
new players bought that module.
Then after a while I got, I don't know why, I made the crazy choice of getting the Russian helicopter, the K-50, because I thought how hard can it be to pilot an helicopter, and that always drove me mad. You have 4 autopilots that you have to keep constantly interacting with one another, you have several strange systems to maneuver, and sometimes yet the helicopter goes all the way by itself astray, I don't know, it's strange to control. So that's enjoyable to fly but also very hard. Then I made the right choice, I guess, what I should have bought initially, and that was the A10. I really recommend that module, the A10C, the one almost everyone buys, and it's very fun to fly, and not too hard.
Okay, my position is here.
You're in game now?
I'm at E5. Yeah, I'm in the air.
Okay, I see you. I see
E5.
you above the airfield now.
Angels 100.
And coming. Now accelerating towards your direction. Cover the surveillance aircraft. Okay, we're not going to cover anything, of course, we're going for the attack. Right to the enemy's throat. And then, what I bought more recently in DCS is the FA-18. It's what everyone seems to be buying these days, because they recently started discounting it. It's the Hornet, basically. The main carrier.
Choosing the Hornet is a good choice.
Yeah, it's fun, it's not too difficult to fly.
Actually, I underestimated that plane. It looks heavy and it looks like a brick, but if you fight it in a WVR, it's a very maneuverable fighter plane.
Yeah, indeed it is.
Very maneuverable.
Also
it's
versatile.
Like
It can do a lot of different things. It can also employ ground attack weapons pretty well. Actually, the game trains you in the usage of cluster bombs from that plane. It's very difficult. You have to program them themselves one by one. But everything is difficult in this, as you very well know, if you play it.
Yeah, I'm adjusting very big because I'm flying World War II planes, then now I'm flying a modern plane.
I see. I cannot
There's
see...
a bit change.
I cannot see where you are in game, I'm sorry, but I cannot find you. I saw someone taking off, but apparently it wasn't you. You're still in E5.
I'm not in the airfield anymore. My location is E4. I'm circling the battle zone.
Okay.
You see the ground battle zone?
I'm coming to the ground battle zone. I guess I spot you very soon. Well, there's a couple of planes. One of these could be... You're low or high altitude?
2,000 meters.
2,000 meters, then I guess you're the one up there.
Yes.
I'm about 1,000, yeah. You have to be higher than me.
If you see Nix and me in the enemy team, we are the only pilots who climb.
Yeah, almost no one seems to do it in this game. It's the opposite of real life, really. Everyone likes to fly so low, and maybe I'm also guilty of that. It's more gamey that way. You feel faster, you see, it's like playing Afterburner from Sega. You feel like the hero when you go so low. They also do it in DCS, by the way. I've seen many people fly very low. But that's also to confound the enemy radar.
Yeah. In World War II, it's a disadvantage, but in DCS, in modern jet, it's not a disadvantage because your jet can get lots of speed and you can just
Yeah,
zoom climb.
that's true. Yeah, very true.
When I fly jets in War Thunder in SP, I fly low, then zoom up to 5,000 meters.
Then there's what you see many people do, that is flying the Russian, mostly the Russian jets from flaming cliffs. They fly between the mountains, but they also blast full power with the ECN system, so they're actually very easy to spot because that thing makes you easier to detect by radar. Doesn't make much sense to try and go stealthy when you activate the ECM, I mean the electronic countermeasures, no? I don't know if you have it in your plane, maybe they didn't include it. Hey, I see a big
There's a
bomber.
hurricane below me.
Yeah, I see a huge bomber.
Where are you? Collocation?
I'm sorry, but Nix knows it. I haven't told you yet. Unfortunately, someone got on my tail and killed me, so I guess it's no longer relevant.
Okay,
No, what
where
I
did you
want.
die? Where did you die? Where? What
That's a very difficult question for me. About here, I believe, because now I will tell you. I'm right now clicking on the map, but nothing happens. That's a big defect of the VR version of War Thunder. I cannot click the map, or at least I haven't found a way to. I'm sorry about this, but I cannot click the map ever. It doesn't work, and this
Okay,
sucks.
I know an idea to compensate for that. Always click map wherever you go. Then always remember what point are you. For example, I'm at E5. Then once you move a bit more, check map again.
I see, but I cannot click it though. I'm sorry, but I cannot point at the spot for you to see. It doesn't work in VR.
What matters is you can click the map, but you will report the location by
Okay.
Discord.
Okay, I will. I think I understand what you mean. I'm taking off again. There's also two guys that I believe are playing in tandem because they're taking off
Okay.
together.
Where are you taking off? What position?
Well, I thought I had taken off from the same airfield, but apparently I haven't. I clicked there, but it didn't work. This is another question I have for Nixon. Maybe you can answer as well.
Yeah.
Why does it happen that when I click the airfield sometimes doesn't make a difference? I mean, I click one and yet I get spawned in the other.
Yes, you can only click. It's actually a bug.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so.
a
That's
bug.
what I thought.
Yeah, I
So
hate it.
not only
I
the
hate it.
VR version has this bug. So I'm sorry, I felt so down for it, but it's not actually my fault. But I took off from A7, the one top. No, it's A6. So I'm very far from the action now. I wish
Yeah,
it,
you're
it
in
was my
A6.
fault.
Okay, Roger.
I'm coming back
A6.
there at maximum speed at the moment.
Let's fly together. Two heads is better than one.
Okay, I'll come. I'm now overflying Aci Castello. Also that could work. I'm going towards Catania. Let's do like the real pilots. I'll tell you the Italian name of city so I can show off my perfect Italian pronunciation, me being from the actual country, you see. It's going to be easy for me
Okay.
to stupefy everyone. Above Catania now.
Okay, here are the tips how to be successful in aerial combat. Only attack if you can win.
Well, that works in most type of combat, yes.
And the greatest virtue of a pilot is to know when to retreat.
That's also true, I guess.
Once you have your ammo and fuel, always return to base.
That's something
It's
I
safer
tend to
that
do.
way.
Yes, yes. More than safe,
Yeah,
actually. It's the way to
because,
live another day.
Greed kills.
Yeah, but this is true in all
That's
in
me
all
before.
sort.
That's me before. Before I'm greedy too.
I see. So I see. Now you're making. Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
sharing you my past experiences
That's
when
what
I'm
I
still a
meant.
beginner.
Okay, now I'm past Catania, between Catania and the objective, the one highlighted on the map. I cannot click it, so I just say by voice.
You see the A and number, right?
The A?
In the map. For example,
you mean
I'm
yes,
at,
yes. B5. I wanted to be more precise, so I was
Yeah,
telling you
yeah.
about
because
because
the
no, the
the
wall
letters
click,
are so small.
the wall, the
They're
wall
so small to
clicking.
read.
The wall clicking thing was for the purpose of being more precise, I guess, than just saying the square. That's the reason I actually intended to say the precise location. No,
Okay.
so now I'm coming to
I'm at
C5.
B5. I'm at
B?
B5 now.
B5.
Over here.
So you're behind me. Ah, you can click, so that's good. You're to my right, I guess.
Okay.
Now I'm turning to the right. That's a great disadvantage of VR. I don't know why they made it like this. I don't have a cursor when flying, you see. Completely
They
sucks.
should improve it.
Yeah, it completely sucks. Maybe if I try and utilize the actual chat interface. What was the key for speaking with the pre-recorded phrases? I don't remember. That's how much of a solid air. Okay. So maybe if I report my position for here and I say like follow me.
R. Yeah,
Do I have P?
That one, yeah.
Ah,
Yes, that's the one
that's
I
going
need.
to work. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Now you said the same, right?
Altitude is 1,700 meters. Okay, I'm going down.
You're going down? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going down at here. I will cover you.
Thank you. Okay, ciao, bye. I'm still moving towards the bottom. That's what I'd like to do, join it again. I keep pinging my position, I guess. So let me learn the combination by heart. I
think I see you now.
I press T.
Can you open your smoke a bit? Smokes?
Smokes, that's a good idea, but I don't know which is the button, and you will have to tell me, I guess.
L. Click L.
L? The letter L.
Okay, I found you. Yeah.
Am I smoking?
I think I found you.
Am I smoking? No.
No. Okay. Doesn't matter now. I
love to bind that key. I bind that key on the joystick, I guess. Since we're going to play together, it could be helpful. Yes. So when I say my position, I go R, no, T.
Do you have a friendly behind you?
Good, that's good. And follow me. So.
The only radio we need is follow me and need cover. That's the only need.
No, I'm going to do, you know what? Since I already utilize a HOTAS configuration where I have a shift button, I'll put on some shifted buttons, if I can indeed do it.
Oh, you're flying a HOTAS.
Yeah, I will on HOTAS. Yeah, it's the one from Trustmaster. I'll put on it, cover me and follow, and also the smoke. And the lights, I guess. These are going to be useful if we play together. Okay,
the lights doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Okay, it's different in Stomach. Stomach, it's very helpful, but I guess
because
this is different.
Night battles is very rare.
So they don't show up as it should be, I guess. I'm above the lake now.
Yeah, the only darkest map that always in SB is like afternoon something.
Yeah. HOTAS. Look at Nix. He says it's not the HOTAS, it's the HOTAS.
You're diving down, right? You're diving down.
Yeah, I wanted to move to the height of these guys to go and check them, but I guess you have the right idea. Let's stay upward. I still haven't spotted you, by the way.
Okay,
you're the guy to my right.
We have bogey in front. Keep going straight. We have enemies there.
Yeah, I see
over F4. And we have a bogey down low. I'm going to check 6.
You're to my right or left?
I'm behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm on your...
I would like to dive for that guy. You see the guy by the airfield thing? I don't know what's that thing in the bottom. It looks like a field. This is a big enemy plane, I guess. Indeed it is.
Yeah, I see you diving.
Yes, I wanted to shoot him. I shoot him from the front, but I didn't get him.
Is it a bandit?
Yes, it's an enemy bomber.
Okay.
Fairly big.
Copy.
Now I see you. It's the Italian bomber from before, one just like it. Oh, never mind that. It's German, I think. It's got the yellow stripe. No, I'm attacking. It doesn't seem to be very dangerous. And he disappeared into thin air. I don't know why. I was shooting him when he disappeared. I guess it was a player that disconnected. I'm going back upwards since it seems to work so well. Now I'm about 700, 800, going back to 1000, I guess.
Okay, what happened?
And the bomber disappeared. I don't know if you saw it. It disappeared while I was shooting it.
Oh, it must be an AI.
Yeah.
Then that means someone joined. Oh, okay. We have a
I see.
friend in the enemy team. His name is Garen Stairs. Be
Ah.
careful. He's a good pilot.
Ah, so you know him, okay.
Yeah, he's a former top 1 pilot in my squadron.
I see.
Yeah, a student of
A
mine.
former student turned an enemy. Looks like a comic book more by the minute. Are you above the lake now, by chance? I see a couple of planes above the lake.
I'm behind you, I'm behind you. Enemy
There's a
buggy.
Yeah, I see him. It's a bogey.
It's a 109.
It's a 109. They almost are.
Okay, shoot him.
No,
I'll
it's
cover
not
you.
in range. I have to go closer.
Okay. Gotcha. You have a hurricane friendly near you, be careful.
Yeah, I see that guy. He's a bot, I think. I also see you.
Got some hits on him.
Good. Now maybe I'll
I'm
get
doing
some
boom and
too.
zooming.
Seems to be flying so low, in fact, that probably is going to crash. Now the hurricane's right behind him. That's a good bot. The guy named Bayuha. Are we sure it's a bot? Maybe it's not.
Yeah, the bots in War Thunder is good.
But I'm not sure that's a
Okay,
bot.
I'm on his tail.
I'm behind you, yeah.
Hammer
Also
down.
shooting a bit.
Whoa!
You got him? No.
I lagged, then I teleport.
No,
near
I'm
the
sorry.
hurricane. Oh!
No, the lag is killing you today, man. I'm sorry. I'm still chasing the guy. No, I cannot even avenge you, since it was the lag that killed you. I'm not sure I'll be able to get the 109 actually, since the other guy is closer to him.
I think I need to restart. I'm going to restart the game, bro.
I'm sorry, man. Okay, the hurricane got the 109 in the end. That was the more likely outcome. Unfortunately, I was behind it. Still, come on, we managed to play together even for a little while. No, I see. You guys have a much greater understanding than me of group tactics. I always play this game as a lone wolf.
Don't worry, being alone is also a good experience because it's not every time a teammate can cover you.
Of course.
So you must have an experience protecting your own as well.
I see an air objective. I'll go there. How much ammo do you have? I didn't fire much. I love how much ammo the American planes have compared to the Russians. The Russians, you always run dry before it's even your time to cover the bombers.
It's stronger. The Russians, it's stronger, but it sparks a bit and very minimal ammo.
Yeah, the ammo is always so limited. Even with the jets, I unlocked the tier 5.
Yeah.
And I'm always landing. It's horrible.
The MiG-21, only 60 rounds.
It's ridiculous. I fly the LA-15. That's also the same thing.
I'm very experienced with guns that has minimal ammo.
Well,
I
you
think
have to...
the most minimal plane ammo I ever flown is the KI-42 2-Otsu. The KI-44 2-Otsu. It has it's a Japanese plane. It has a 2 times 12.7 machine guns, 500 rounds, and a 2 times 40 millimeter cannon, and the ammo is like 20 rounds only. 10
how
rounds
powerful
per
is
gun.
it?
Yeah.
How
It's a fun plane. It's a fun plane, bro.
I can imagine. They must pack quite a punch, these cannons, for us so little ammo.
Yeah, but the only problem is they are very bad at long range.
I see.
It's like a shotgun.
I see. Well, it sounds like a fun plane.
Only.
Now I have strange urge to start playing the Japanese Tech 3 too.
The guns is also slow, but the sound is fast. So it's kinda ruins how you...
It's completely wrong, I see. The sound is strange in this game sometimes.
Yeah.
Nix, I don't want to ditch the bomb.
Is slow, but the sound is fast. It
It sucks like that.
So
Nix.
in one burst in that plane, I wasted like 5 rounds in just one click. Yeah,
You have
but
so few of them, and
my
yet.
technique is in shooting is like in shooting range, double taps like a pistol.
I see, I see.
Yeah, to minimize the because in game we have also the recoil.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
so you have the recoil on the plane.
We
That's
have
crazy,
recoil,
man.
we have gun jamming. Mm. That's why only shoot through, never miss.
Of course, it must be like that. Now, Nix is telling me to ditch the bomb because it ruins the aerodynamics of the plane. He likes the looks of it so much, but I mean, if I have to ditch a bomb, I might as well ditch it on the enemy's head, so I'm going to do right that.
We never bring a a
You,
bomb
yeah, I know.
in a
I
fighter
I
plane.
seem to have noticed also that Nix isn't really into air-to-ground combat, and yet that's an important part of the battle, man. You're supposed to make a difference for our boys on the ground. You cannot
It's
leave them.
because the the game we are flying right now is air enduring confrontation.
Yeah,
The
that's
other
true.
game that Knicks play is the combined battles of ASB. It means you can spawn aircraft and
Ah, yeah.
tank.
I never played that. I imagine it must be fun. I probably eventually do it.
It's fun, but the AA will ruin your day.
Ah, they're very good, so.
Yeah. From
Ah,
far away, you will just like kaboom.
that sucks, man. I met the
Yeah.
enemy again. It's a twin engine thing, probably. Seems like a ground attack plane. I wouldn't call it a bomber.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm now
Spawning
firing one
again.
of the. Okay, well, you'll probably not be able to join this fight. In any case, I'm chasing a guy at the moment. Let's see how it goes. One kill would really suit my needs at this time.
I'm going to add you as friend in War Thunder too.
Ah, okay, thank you. Do you also play on Steam? I'm also on Steam.
I never use Steam because they have this kind of problem every update. So I quit Steam and download the original one.
That's really surprising. Yeah, here in the West, we all play over Steam almost every sort of game. That's a kind of a monopoly at the moment. Now I'm really
Especially in
from the.
DCS too. I
Oh, yeah.
also play DCS in the original one, not the Steam one.
No, DCS me also. I don't know why. I originally bought it or standalone, and now I play there. For flight simulation, it's usually better. I hated the fact that I had Sturmovik on Steam for the longest time because they
Oh,
release the stuff later. And
for
actually,
some reason I can't spawn.
again, man, you'll be very lucky. That's a shame.
Yeah,
You have
it
an
won't
enemy
let me
eyes.
spawn. God.
Now Nix tells me that because of the presence of the enemy ace, I should drop the bomb. The bomb must be dropped, he says. And I guess I'll drop the bomb. What must I do at this point? Because also I cannot chase the bomber, so let's see if being without the bomb makes a difference. I hope I didn't kill
Join
a
my
sheep
squadron.
or two.
Join my squadron.
I
Oh,
guess
there's
he's answering
another
someone.
one. There's another one who wants to join us.
Ah, really? Really? That's
I
great.
mean the squadron. I mean the squadron. He's new to Discord, so I need to teach him how.
In any case, man, I'll probably be disconnecting in about 15 minutes. I better tell you in advance. And sorry, but this is the time I have available to play at the moment. I'll be
Oh, okay.
online for another 15-20 minutes or so. I always play the same times. I'm very predictable, really. It's 2 hours in the morning if I can. These days I don't always can. And 2 hours in the afternoon. Sometimes a little more, depends.
The time right now we are flying in my country is 11:18 p.m.
Yeah, it's
It's
very late.
nighttime here.
Yeah, I got the idea. No, here in Italy
I
it's
I
middle of the afternoon. We're
Oh, you're
4.
from Italy.
Yeah, from Italy. You hadn't noticed the little
Nice.
flag in the in the video. I thought I
Oh.
sounded very Italian also. I think I have a strong
I
accent.
thought it was the flags in the match.
Right, because we are fighting in Italy. You're right. We're also
Yeah,
fighting in Italy.
I thought it was the flag in the map.
No, I'm actually defending my country at this moment. Well, actually, I'm attacking my country, but I'm defending it from fascists. So that's also good.
Dude, the Italians, they are very good.
Thank you, man.
I will suggest the C205 Series 3.
I have some unlocked. Some planes from Italy I unlocked. I think I just destroyed the bomber. No, I'm now again at the base. This sucks because the other guy fooled me like this. I'm trying to chase him, but if I go after him now that he's almost at the base, the anti-air is going to completely wreck me. So I guess it's mostly down to luck whether he crashes or not at this point. I cannot follow him, absolutely.
I'm going to try again if I can join.
Yeah, but I guess it will be hard to play together again. I won't be online for long. So I guess
Okay.
it was lag that in the end fooled us. Who's shooting me? Who's shooting me? The anti-air. But why was so far from the base? How could the... I hate this anti-air. I was far from the base. I'll go for a last takeoff on the much appreciated Buffalo.
I'm actually been absent in War Thunder and now I am coming back, and this welcome back is
A bit, yeah. You haven't been welcome with open hearts at all. At all.
It didn't welcome me very much.
He got offended that you didn't play for so long. Why did
First,
you betray
my
it?
controls, it reset back to
Yeah,
more
really.
normal, and then
I'm sorry, man.
thank goodness it's still saved my dual controls, and then the pocket loss.
Again, twice. And you almost had that BF. It was like you completely would have destroyed it, and yet. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I really can't spawn. Sorry, bro.
But why does it let you spawn? It's strange.
Strange. Oh, dang.
There's a big battle going on. In F4.
So tomorrow we're going to fly tomorrow, right?
Okay, yes, I play almost always at the same times. Well, tomorrow is a difficult day. I'll be online, I believe, in the morning. When I come online in the morning here in Italy, of course, I can tell you the time zone because I learned that it since I started streaming. It's UTC +2. So when I say I come online at 8:30 in the morning, it's
I can also
UTC.
check your
my past streams. Yeah, this we are going to tell.
yeah, your stream.
And
If
then
I
I
see you in
play
stream, then
the
I'll join
afternoon like this. But tomorrow morning I won't be able to play in the afternoon. That's practically certain. So it will be just one time in the morning.
Okay, I'll check if I can catch you in the
Well, I'd love to play. Also to play DCS with you. Because with DCS I've never really understood the gist of multiplayer. When I join a multiplayer match in DCS,
we can't fly together yet in this year because I'm very new.
I see.
I started at December 2
I see.
and I'm still at cold start.
You're basically a student in that game. Every time I buy a module, I hate it for months in that game. That's the time it takes to learn.
It takes time to edit your controls.
The controls. So tell me about it. I had some problems where a patch reset my controls. I always wanted to kill myself because you have to set the controls individually for each plane, and when you have like really, like 5 or 6 of them, it's an hours-long affair. Really.
That's why, lucky me, I only plan to fly one plane.
That's lucky of you. Well, you can also fly the free one. It's not bad at all. It's actually very enjoyable. Don't remember the name.
Actually, I deleted the free ones.
No, why did you do that?
Space.
No, it's a cool plane. It's the final Stuka.
I only want the F5.
But let me tell you, that plane is fun. It's this SU. I don't remember the name. I never remember.
Yeah, the frog foot. The
The frog foot. Good. I destroyed the
And the
Stuka.
trainer one, the TF-51.
No, that one I didn't
The-
never fly. No, I don't want to fly old planes in DCS. That's not the reason I go to DCS.
Same, dude, same.
I never came even to my mind. There are people that buy, if you can believe it, World War II planes
Because
in DCS.
you-
Why do you do
The
that?
only World War II game that you will want to fly World War II is War Thunder, but jets, it should be DCS.
Also Sturmovik, between parentheses, let me say that Sturmovik is also cool.
Yeah, Sturmovik is also cool, but the competition.
But why do you buy World War II planes in this year? And you even join multiplayer games where you take off in the Hornet and you see people going around with the World War II plane. What are you doing, man? What the purpose of such behavior?
Actually, I think they have these server-made multiplayer servers.
Yeah.
For example, a World War II server, Cold War server, and
Yeah,
Modern,
it exists.
Modern War server.
They exist indeed.
My
But,
little brother is
but
watching
I
this.
wonder how often they are populated, because War Thunder is always, I mean, this is always almost half empty. You only have one or two populated server, and they're playing always the same mod on the same map, that being the default map. Of course.
DCS is quite underrated for some reason.
Well, I know the reason. It's very hard to play. It's extremely hard. That's the truth of it.
And
Really.
not all have the
The HOTAS.
joystick.
Yeah, it's also needed. I believe
Joystick, a HOTAS or a truck IR or something, or VR.
But you don't just need that joystick, you need a good joystick for DCS, because when I had the older joystick, I had the entry level one from Trustmaster, I didn't have enough HUTs, if you can believe it. The HUTs are the little tiny joystick on top of the joystick for flying the A10, because the real A10 uses like 4 HUTs at a time. You are like to speak his language. It's a plane that you have to communicate with, and all its systems are so complex that unless you buy a good joystick, you're not going to be able to fly it efficiently. I had dozens of shift buttons on the old joystick, but it didn't work. It didn't work until I bought the better one joystick.
I'm having problems of the controls because it has a lot. So what I did was numericals 1 to 0, then the next is add modifier like shift 1 to 0 again.
Yeah, I know.
Then
I know the
control
feeling.
1 to 0 again. It's like I'm making an algorithm.
Yeah,
using
sometimes
numbers.
it feels like that, especially
Yeah.
in DCS. Now I have
Yeah,
the
because you can set that up like an algorithm because they have a training. For example, it has a cold start training, takeoff training, landing training. So you can, make an algorithm controls like,
yeah,
hey, if I click
that's
this,
what I do.
it
That's
can
what I
just-
also do. I start with the training, but then I utilize the training mostly for configuring the controls, and it takes like a week where I'm just configuring the controls. And when I finally manage to complete the training, then it feels like an achievement in itself, and I feel like the luckiest and best pilot in the world. Then I go flying in multiplayer, and everything changes again because it's extremely difficult to win a duel in DCS. I never understand what.
If it's a World War II versus World War II plane, I will win. But if it has missiles, I need to train more because it's not only the enemy you are fighting behind your six, it's also its missiles.
Yes.
Remember, for 5 seconds, they can instantly fire a new one. So it's not just only one missile behind you. It can be 3 or more.
Yeah, that's true. There's also another big problem. There's 2 types of missiles in DCS, well, modern war in general, that you
Yeah.
have to worry for. The one with the continuous
have-
wave radar that you are, your radar warning system tells you about. So it starts, beep, 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 and you know the missile is coming. But if they shot you, the one that is guided by the radar from the plane, you actually have no notice of it, so you don't know the missile is coming. And I've died a lot of times like that. If they shoot you, for example, the AIM-7 American missile, you have nothing known in advance. It just hits you suddenly.
Yeah.
And you can do
There
nothing
are
about
kinds
it.
of stuff like that.
Now
The
you-
missiles that the radar cannot detect. That's why there are setups like you need to turn off something with the radar to actually warn you that the missile is coming. Because
I
some
don't know about
missiles
this.
are
I don't
not
know this
detected
procedure.
in
In any
some
case, you're
setup.
giving me a strong urge to load up DCS. Probably tomorrow I'll play DCS also. It's
I
something,
can't
it's been a
yet.
while.
I'm still studying how to
No, I know. Well, if
use
you want
the,
to play with
tracking
me,
IR.
let me know and we play this. But If not, maybe tomorrow morning I'll load this. Yes. There's also another thing that could come suddenly tomorrow. I don't know about it. Maybe you don't follow the world of VR, but there's a big game coming out later today, and maybe I'll get it at release. I'm not sure about it. It's named
I'm still
Boneworks.
I'm still taking my time learning my F5
Okay.
because if I pressure myself, I will never learn anything.
No,
It's
yeah,
like
no. I wasn't speaking about that. I was just saying it's possible that tomorrow I play. My God, it's
it
definitely
feels
no.
like when you rushing to learn something, it's like you kind of skip something important and then boom.
No, of course, of course. Yeah, no, Nix is telling me they're always leaving. In fact, my plane, oh my God, it's Stephanie. My plane is, that's crazy. We're flying with a little kid. No, I'm saying the plane is badly damaged, and now I'm also running out of time, so I'm just going back to base to end the stream. I guess I can do not much else.
I love red
He's making more noise to grab your attention, I guess. I know
It's
how they
because
are.
I have this marketplace skin, the FW190. So it has a marketplace skin, Red
Ah,
Baron skin. It means the enemies can see my Red Baron skin.
I see.
Yeah, that's why I got my title as the Red Baron of RECSB because
It's the one you unlock.
first,
That's what you mean. Yes, I know. I
yeah,
only discovered recently. I wonder if I have unlocked any skin in all the time I played the Russian planes.
and also my signature decal is a Richthofen decal and with a red banner.
That's
You
cool,
see
man.
my P40 when we are flying together? You see I have a red wing, right?
I'll try to look. Bro, Nick says, bro, your bro is yelling. Yeah, he's yelling quite bad.
He wants to fly
He
red
wants to
Baron.
play the Red Bar. There was an old game named the Red Bar. I don't know if you ever played. It was very cool. It was a game about World War One. And it's too bad we don't have one at the moment.
The reason I started playing War Thunder is because of Red Baron. Yeah,
I see. So you really admire the man. Okay,
I
now I'm
really admire.
closing the match. I'm at the end of the stream. I've earned pretty well on this. That's
I
about a
have so
couple
much
of
fun
medals.
talking to you, bro. Nice
Okay,
meeting
it
you.
was also nice for me. And sorry we couldn't play. It was the game's fault, really. I got a
By the
base
way,
capture streak. Good. Yes.
send the application for membership before you logged off.
Excuse me?
The name of the squadron is Sky Hunter Elite Squadron.
Where do I look for it? Well, I have it within
Um,
Discord, right? Thank you, Nick.
it's inside the game. Once you go to Hangar, you need to click Community, then click Squadrons. Then you will see a search tab there, Squadron search. Then search the Sky
Yes,
Hunter
I see it.
Squadron.
Okay, how do I look for your squad? I write. What was the name again? Excuse me?
Sky Hunter Elite Squadron.
Sky Hunter. Well, I guess I'll only write Sky Hunter and see what. Maybe there is a space between Sky and Hunter. Here
Yeah,
it
there's a
is.
space.
Okay, so what do? I join your
Then
squad?
click, yeah, join squadron. Then I'll click up, and then I'll click accept.
Okay, why not? Well, I will tell you in advance, I only play in specific times, so I don't know if I'll be able to join your guys' event.
It's okay, bro.
Okay, well, I guess I might as well join.
It's a relaxed SB squadron.
Perfect, perfect. So that will be a new experience for me. Now I'm also in a squadron. Being a streamer,
I'm mostly only online if someone is joining me because flying alone is lonely.
I don't know, I always fly alone. It's asking me something completely new for me. It's asking for a new research of squadron vehicles. I'm supposed to select something specific. Maybe you can watch the stream for a minute. I see a Firecrest, ME262, M910.
Yeah, it means that's those are the squadron vehicles. I will suggest if you are playing Germany, you should get the
Actually, I don't play German.
ME262.
Not yet,
If
at
you
least.
play tanks, I don't know what to pick, but
I play tanks from time to time. Actually, the one that looks more interesting is the British plane. The Firecrest.
Don't get the Firecrest.
No? Okay. Okay, I guess I'll follow your suggestion. I get the German plane. I'm bound to play German eventually. And now I'll have to close.
It's not a worthy plane. The Firecrest.
Didn't you say choose the German plane? Maybe I understood it wrong. I don't know. That's too late. The deed is done, man. Thank you in any case for your suggestion. Well, Nix is saying to pick the German plane, by the way, so he agrees with me, I guess. And now I'll have to close the stream and also Discord. It was a pleasure speaking and playing with you. And see my streaming times. We might try to arrange it again. That would be my pleasure, really. Also in this, yes, when you feel sure about it. For now, I'll say goodbye to you first.
Okay.
See you soon. And because
See you
in
soon,
Discord, bye. And also goodbye to the viewers. Finally, some silence. He was a bit deafened. No, but it was a lot of fun. It was a fun having you here also. As I was saying earlier to the new friend, I'll be online tomorrow morning at the same time. Tomorrow afternoon will be very difficult, probably not. And we'll see what we play, really. It could be this, it could be this, yes. Maybe even Boneworks if I do indeed buy it, but I want to see some reviews first. So, as always, thank you for watching. It was a lot of fun. Like and subscribe. See you soon. Ciao from Italy.